All right, guys, didn't plan to do this quickly, but we found ourselves our donor car. Got a 05 town car. It's been in a front end accident. Interior's in great shape. It's only got 104,000 miles on it. It's got the 4.6 in it. It's already been, someone's already starting to take it apart for us, so this thing's gonna become good friends with the 57. Well, we got the donor car, heading back. Kind of see it back there. It's the Lincoln. Who needs a Super Duty truck? I'm doing it with the Jeep. My car trailer that I brought there was too narrow by maybe an inch to get this town car on it. So the guy had a 24-foot tilt bed, something you'd probably pull with a 2500 or bigger, and said, hey, you're welcome to use my trailer and get it home. If you want to hook it up to your truck, I don't have a truck, he said, otherwise I'd pull it home for you. Said he sold his truck recently and he's in between vehicles, but I'm welcome to use his trailer. So I am attached right now in the Jeep Gladiator with all my tent and camping gear on there yet, because I still haven't found time to get all that off, with the 24-foot tilt bed trailer and a Lincoln Town car. So I would imagine we are well over the weight limit of what a Jeep Gladiator was designed to do. Oh well, it's actually doing pretty good, and we'll be back at my place in about 15 minutes. Get this unloaded, and then I gotta get my son from camp, and then we're gonna get this trailer back to him. All right, made it back. No problem so far. Let's get this thing off here. We got a lot to do today. That's quite the setup for a Jeep Gladiator, man. I'm pretty proud of that thing. I'm sure people thought I was nuts that I was going by. Look at that, 24-foot steel tilt back with a Lincoln Town car on a Jeep Gladiator. All right, I'm gonna get her off here. Time to get a little work going on the truck. Finally got it off the trailer, which means we could finally open the doors. And let's take a look. Floor there, it actually doesn't look good, but wait till you see the other side. This is actually pretty good. I'm gonna cut this seat out of here in just a bit. Grab the cutoff wheel and just cut that out of there, because there's not much left of that to be reused. And once we get that out, we can pull that rubber mat and pressure wash the interior out. Other side, got the door to open with the vice grip. And I thought this panel was missing and I was gonna have to find one, but I did find it down in there, so I'm not sure if I'll use that or what will go on there. Check out this weather stripping, man. It's just crumbled. But like I said, I think the last time this was probably on the road, the most current plate on it I think was 68, so probably 1968. A little bit of mice droppings in here, huh? Take a look at this gas tank. I don't think it's gonna hold any gas anymore. That's okay, I don't plan to use it anymore. Found a lot of these things all over this truck. Anyone knows what these are, comment. Found tons of them in the bed, in the cab, so not quite sure what they are. But yeah, I'm gonna get to it. Get this seat cut out of here, clean the floor out. Probably do it for today. Then we're gonna eventually get to stripping this bed off of here. I gotta pressure wash this out a little more to find the bolts, because I actually haven't found them yet. Maybe, yeah, there's one here. No longer a bolt, that's why you can't find them. Okay, we'll cut that out of there. Okay. All right, I'm gonna get the cutoff wheel set up, come back in a minute. All right, let's cut some bolts, see how this goes. I think I just want to go ahead and get the seat off its mounts. Let's start with that and see how that goes. Make the hood. Starting soaking everything. Got our Puddin's Looby Dooby. See how she does. Start soaking these fender bolts. Got this door off pretty easy, but the other door was stuck, so soaking those right now. Cleaned out the cab a little yesterday. Got a lot more to clean out of there. I gotta get this whole tank out of there. Soaking those bolts right now. When it comes to the bed, I'm just gonna cut the floor out of there. You don't use a lot of the floor in the conversion, so instead of fighting rusty bolts, I'm just gonna cut the floor out around those bolts and do the best job I can, keep it clean, because if I end up using some of that sheet metal, it'd be nice to keep it in big, nice sheets. So Might just do like a hole saw around the bolts, cut some holes out. But get the doors and the hood off today. Start soaking everything for the front clip. I'd like to take that off in one piece. Once I get this truck apart, I'm gonna do the floor. I'm gonna cut that out of there too. Just leave the floor behind because I'm not using that. I'm gonna use the Crown Vic floor, or the Town Car floor, I should say. By the way, this Town Car is already paying me back. I found an extension, about $1 worth of change, and took the grill off. Made some shop art with that. Sat overnight, ended up with 4 flat tires. Looks like those beads are not sealed very well. Doesn't really matter. I'd like to keep airing them, but I guess I'll just have to air them up every time I need to move it around. Not gonna strip this until we're ready. I don't want it sitting out exposed, because the interior on it's actually pretty decent. And I'd like to not end up with mice and mold in there. So, but the seat, you can see it's dirty, but in good shape. It'll clean up decent. So I plan to use both seats. So what I'll end up using out of this, everything you see here, minus the door panels, so it'll be the truck door panels, but the dash, the seats, the carpet, the console, that'll all be the interior in the truck, which I think is kind of cool. I didn't want to go that route if I was doing it with a Crown Vic, but I knew if I got a Town Car, I would leave it, because I kind of like the look of the interior of the Town Car. And it's pretty cool to have the adjustable pedals and, you know, digital climate control. That'll be cool to have that in a 1957 truck. So if you know anyone looking for Town Car body panels before I get into this, let me know. I'll be getting rid of the fenders, the doors, the hood, trunk lid, rear bumper, tail lights. I got one headlight. Trunk lid's not great. It's got a little bump up in that corner over here. This side of the car is actually kind of damaged up. So learn a couple things about Town Cars in this process. Yeah, that fender's no good either, but you get some window visors, some chrome trim, door handles, sell the wheels if you want them. Not 100% sure on this. So for one, Town Car's wheelbase is about 3 inches longer than a Crown Vic, which works out in my favor pretty well. I did some measuring this morning. It looks like the Crown Vic wheelbase is actually about 1 inch to 2 inches longer, depending on where you put your tape measure. I tried to go to the center of each center cap on the truck and on the car to get a pretty rough estimate. And I'm not sure how that's going to sit in there. It'd be great if I didn't have to cut the bed down, but I also don't want it to look silly with, you know, the wheels in the back pushed too far back in that wheel well. So if I have to cut it down, we will. Also toyed around with the idea of putting a service bed on it, not using this box at all. We'll see. Not sure how that would work with the fuel tank in the Crown Vic. I'm gonna call it a Crown Vic. I know it's a Town Car, but it just comes natural. So I don't have a tailgate for this bed. It's got this big bumper on it. I don't know. We'll probably just use this. I'd hate to have to cut it down, but I will if I have to. It'll be a first time for me. But I'm gonna keep these wheels, and I got some rollers I'll throw on this to get rid of it. Sitting over here, they're actually the original Ram Charger wheels, which actually hold some value. I hate to just throw them away. I don't know, maybe I can find something else. I got that one there that would fit, but I need 3 more of those. Something to get it out of here. So once I get that stripped down, I'm gonna leave the engine in it, the drivetrain, axles, bumper, and hopefully someone will take it. It'd be cool if I got some money for it, but best case, I get some money for it. Worst case, I just get it out of here. I'm gonna pull that valve cover off the engine for some more garage art before it goes. I also have another carb for it that's new, so I'll put some parts on eBay. Other than that, I'm gonna get back to it and start stripping some more parts down. And I do this in between work, so right now I'm setting up a ceramic coating on this Jeep in here. So once that cures, I gotta go ahead and put another layer on it. But just been little bits here and there when I have time. It's probably how this whole project is gonna go. It's just gonna be little bits when I have the time. So it'll probably take a while. It'd be cool if I got it done by springtime. Maybe at least get it so you can drive it by spring, and then as far as perfecting it goes, that'll take years, I'm sure. And we'll go from there. But all right, get back to it. Talk to you later. All right, we got both doors off. Got the fuel tank out. That was actually pretty easy. There's a whole lot left holding it in. Some bees living in here now. So sorry bees, taking over your home here soon. What do we got next? Should we do the hood today? I don't know. The weather keeps changing on me too, so I don't know if it's gonna rain. If it's gonna rain, I gotta finish up my actual work. If we got sun, I can work on this a bit longer before I get back to work. Also, don't really want to pull the hood quite yet because of the motor in there, and even though I'm not using it, I hate to have it rain into it. So this might be it for the day. Next, maybe we'll go for the bed, get that off there. All right, get back in a minute here. All right, everyone, that's going to do it for this one. Thanks all for watching. Thanks for checking out B&N Customs. Make sure to like, subscribe, follow, and hang in there for some new B&N Customs merch. I got it all on hand now, so I just got to get that up and out. So if anyone's interested, let me know. Again, thanks for watching, and hopefully on the next one, we'll be stripping this truck down a little more and getting it ready to get rid of this frame. All right, thanks again.